Hello retro gamers and welcome to another video for Retro Game On, where we look at the things and do the stuff. Today I got something quite special for you. It's an Xbox that's been modded with Evo-X, which is like a custom operating system in a way that you can install on a normal Xbox, but it'll let you do lots of awesome things on an Xbox that you can't do just with a standard Xbox. I received this Xbox a few days ago, actually from a co-worker. It used to be his brother's, but then he gave it to him and then he didn't want it anymore and he was just going to throw it out, so I graciously took it off his hands, and now I'm here making a video for you guys, so I guess that all worked out for everyone. But yeah, this Xbox has been mod shipped, but it's also been soft modded as well from what I can tell, to run the custom OS. I think the hard drive may have been upgraded too, but I'm not entirely sure. It still seems to only be about a 10 gig hard drive, which is what they normally came with, but when I opened it up to have a bit of a peek, it did seem like it'd been like actually the chassis that had been put in had been cut away so it could go in there comfortably. So yeah, not totally sure, but there's not too much space to play around with. But let me show you what this thing can do. So basically it can still play games like normal, but you can also save games directly to the hard drive, which I haven't done yet because it's so small, but that is a thing that is available. It can also you can also load cheats onto it, which I haven't tried again, because actually the DVD drive in this is actually stuffed. It doesn't actually work, but for my uses, it's not a huge problem. But as you can see here, there's plenty of cheats here put in for Xbox games. There's also a region-free DVD movie player. As I said, the disc drive doesn't work, so this use isn't too useful to me, but I'm guessing, I've never played a DVD on an Xbox to be honest, but I'm guessing they must be locked to regions. So like in PAL here, we're region 4. I think in America they're region 1. I can't quite remember. A lot of DVD players are region 3 now anyway. Another cool thing that's on here is the Xbox Media Center. So let's just go into that and a bit of a show of... Oh, no, I will show you this, is what I keep meaning to say. Anyway, having a media center on consoles these days isn't a huge deal. But back then it was. So back then Xboxes could only really play CDs and DVDs if you had the right remote. But this lets you do a whole host of things. So basically you can check your files directly, or you can put photos on. So I am limited for space, so I haven't put a whole lot on, but here's just a test photo. Oh, that's basically the first one I pulled out of my Retro Game On blog photo file on my computer, but that's the day I went and bought Grim Fandango from a Swapmeet for $5. So I was very happy. I don't look very happy there, but trust me, I was absolutely ecstatic. So let's whoa god. Let's go back to the menu. Cool. And yeah, so it's basically a media player, so you can play music, you can play videos, you can even check the weather if it's connected to the internet. It's not connected to the internet right now, but even when it was, it didn't seem to work, so I guess the service has since been cancelled. But I mean, you know, back in the day, I guess it would have been a cool gimmick. Anyway, enough of this, let me show you what else is cool on here. Let's go back to the dashboard. The button does not appear to work. Alright. Too much as I'm recording. But you see, it's exactly the same except red, but it does. Obviously, there's a lot of other cool things loaded on here as well. Now, I'll just get out of the way that the coolest thing that's on here are the emulators. You know, everyone's grey legal area. Everyone's favourite legal grey area, I should say. But I'll keep that for last. But there's only a few other things I'll show you, then I'll show you the emulators. So basically there's a few other things here, like options to actually manually open and close the DVD drive, which is cool. Well, not for this because it doesn't work, but I'm sure that would have been pretty cool at the time. Because I remember when I first got my PS3, I thought it was pretty awesome that I could open the DVD drive by the menu, but you know, small things amuse small minds. So I'll just show you something really cool in the system management menu here. There's the game and media backup tool, which is basically like a thing I have for my SNES, which goes on top, and there's a floppy drive, and then you can back things up and save. So I'm sure that's in the previous menu where there was saved games, or the ability to have saved games to the drive. I'm sure that's what that was all about. But there's a few other apps here. To be honest, I don't really know what many of them do. This one here is particularly cool. It's not what I don't usually use this, but see how it says FTP Client. That's actually how you get files on and off the Xbox. Obviously, there's no USB driver or anything like that, but you can actually connect it into your computer via a crossover cable. Not an Ethernet cable, I should add, a crossover cable, which looks exactly the same, but it's probably about half the price when you go to your local friendly but yeah, and then you just use like an FTP client like FileZilla. It can be a bit of a mess around to get it working if you don't really know what you're doing, but I'll tell you right off the bat that I couldn't get this to work for 2 days, and that's because my firewall was enabled. I have to temporarily disable it to make it work. Even though in Windows 8 it does give you the option of adding an exception to the firewall, it doesn't work. I just disable it and then just make sure you re-enable it when you want to keep doing your normal thing. But yeah, not really much else cool here besides from the fact that you can go back to the original Xbox menu, which I won't do because I'm sure you all know what that looks like. But there's also the ability to change the skins. So basically, when I first got this, it was full of heaps of mid-2000s porn as themes. So I deleted them off in the hope to regain some space, and it basically regained a whole of 60 megabytes. But I'll show you a couple of different ones here. There's like that one, and bike, and it's one of the porn ones left over. I mean, that one there is pretty tame. I mean, they actually were like full-on porn. But my favorite one's ArcX. It seems to be the easiest menu to use, and it like the background doesn't really block everything out, and it tells you the temperature and how much space you have on your hard drive. And if you plugged into your computer via the crossover cable, it tells you what the IP address is, which is very important for the FTP. So I don't know. Let's which one should we choose? Pretty good ones here. How about some, yeah, put on some good old Kylie Minogue. Yeah, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Just showing my my Aussie pride there. Good old Kylie. Thank you, Kylie, for overlooking my Xbox. So anyway, I guess I'll show you what everyone wants to see, and that's the emulators. And basically, this is really the main use I'm going to get out of this machine. I'm not sure how legal this is, so hopefully I don't get sued from showing you this. But basically, there's all the different consoles, and they all work to different degrees. Like the MAME OX, which is all arcade games and whatnot, doesn't work at all. Basically, there's a lot of games that show up, but everyone wants you to push or type in OK to launch, and I can't figure out how to bring up a keyboard. And I think I did get one to work, and then I just got a glitch screen, so oh well. Also, I don't know what Scum VMX MX is. I was going to Google it, but I forgot. But there's only an Indiana Jones game there that doesn't work. I'm guessing DOS, but same like the other ones, it doesn't work. But all these other ones, from what I can tell, do work. So probably my favorite emulator on here is the Sony PlayStation one. I think it's, oh, Kylie. I think it's pretty good that an Xbox can emulate PlayStation, considering the PlayStation was only one generation behind. Now, I don't have much on here, because these ISOs and bin files are huge when you consider the 10 gigabyte hard drive. I mean, these ones are, nearly a gig each, because, originally they went on a CD, so that's, 700 megabytes and whatnot. So I was playing Pepsi Man before, and that actually stopped working, so I'll show you Incredible Crisis. But what I think this is really good for is games that you really can't get a hold of. I mean, obviously I'll probably never use this to review anything, because I like using the official things, and emulation is a bit shoddy, like the audio sort of skips around, but, it's cool to play games that you want to play just out of interest, basically.
Welcome
like Incredible Crisis. Thank you. I'll show you a bit of gameplay here just for the sake of it. I won't spend too much playing. Oh god. Okay, none of these are gonna work. I only just got this game working only about an hour ago, so I haven't really played anything. I did play a whole lot of Pepsi Man last night, and when I was playing before, the sound was really all messed up, so I don't wanna play that just in case it blasts your ears off. I'm pretty sure the first minigame is just like a dancing game. Imperial Development Company. Is that Ubisoft? Oh yeah, I went there. Sorry. Yeah, so you see that there's a few artifacts. Oops, wrong button. As you play, You can change the filtering, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. Let's get dancing. This Imperial Ubisoft. I'm doing really badly. I was playing this before and I was doing awesomely. I don't know what's going on. Honest to God. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Let's let me just show. I'll just show you one other emulator. So I've already run over 10 minutes now, so I didn't really count on this going too long. But let me show you. Oh, let's just go to the good old Mega Drive. Or Super Nintendo. Oh, it's a hard choice. I've been playing a lot of Mega Drive recently. Let's play some SNES. And yeah, this works pretty well. So basically there's an N64 emulator and a PlayStation emulator on there. They do work, but they probably don't work as well as they probably could. But these, the generation before that one, which is generation whatever, I don't know, I always forget the numbering of them all. Yeah, these work pretty well. So let's Barbie's Vacation Adventure. That sounds pretty good. Pretty sure I saw a Classic Game Room review of this once, and Derek incredibly enjoyed it. So I'm pretty sure I will too. That's a creative name. Oh, this is gonna be great. I am just you. Oh, it's always sunny in Florida, huh? Or Texas, or Iowa. I don't know, let's go to California now. Super cool to the homeless. Down near Matt's house. Oh, this is exciting. Ah, here we go. Can't even read that. This is dark blue and faded pink. What do I do? What? Oh, that moves me. Let's go this way. Let's go up here. What's up the stairs? There's... Oh my god. I don't want to play this anymore. Why did I choose this? Oh god. Okay, I think we're done here. But anyway, this is the Evolution X. Thank you so much for watching. I know I'm going to have a lot of fun with this machine. I know, as I think I said before, I now own like 5 Xboxes. But I was going to use this as my daily driver, but since the disk drive doesn't work, that's sort of a deal breaker in that respect. But yeah, definitely be cool to use as a general purpose emulation machine that I can just plug into my computer. And using the Xbox controller no less, which is pretty good for all of these really. So I'm just going to go out on a... Let's play a good game. Pole position. Always gotta love yourself some pole position. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. This has been another episode for Retro Game On. We'll be back next week with a review of something. Who knows what? It could be anything. It could be anything, I tell you. So yeah, stay tuned. If you like these sort of videos, then subscribe. But I'm not gonna hound it too much. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time. God, how many goddamn menus are there?